Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Wedding My Plants. So today I'm gonna take a few propagated pieces that I had sitting in these old shampoo bottles. This one I cut up. Ooh, the root's coming out here. So if you guys don't know, or if you didn't see my last video, I do own a salon as well, but I am a plant lover. So I propagate little plant babies at the salon here. So I did one the other day. I did put it in here already in the soil. You could, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but like I added a little bit water where I put it in, and then the rest is kind of dried out. But this whole pothos plant is, a propagated plant. So that's why I've just kind of been putting the cuttings back in here, just because I feel like, you know, it's just making itself a new home and it's gonna be great. So look at how thick this is on this stem. I find it so interesting, but a really nice little baby gonna pop out soon. So some of them, you know, have had issues when they were propagating, but for the most part, they're doing well. And like this one, you can see it's starting to get, variegated on the ends here, which is kind of fun and exciting. So I'm gonna go through my clippings here and we can see what is ready to be potted. So I'll move this out of the way so we can get a good look here. And now these have been in water for a fair amount of time. So these are definitely ready. So the first one got a little long, but that's okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll put him in there as well. This one's a little bit shorter. The leaf does have a little bit of a cut in it, but that's okay. It's kind of difficult to get out. They're getting too long. I should have done this a while ago, but I'll be honest, I did not have time. So I finally do now. So here's another one. Root looks pretty good. Here's another one. So it really took off. I don't know if you can see. Let's see. I'm awful at this. I don't know if you can see, but this one has another one coming out of it. So as you can see, this one did not take off as well. So what I'm gonna do in this video as well is use a little bit of rooting powder and try that and see if that helps get a little bit more roots on that. So we'll set that aside and keep looking here. Whew, this one's really big. 3 roots hanging off, and that might be a new leaf that's gonna come out. We'll see what happens. Another long root. I'm almost hoping I have enough room in this pot. I did not want to turn into a repotting video. All right. I didn't realize these all would be ready. Oh, this one, again, could use a little bit of help here. That almost looks like the leaf is coming out, but really no roots yet. This one looks good. This one, oops, I'm not even close. Sorry, guys. This one, nothing really. There's maybe just a little guy coming out right there, but we'll definitely stick him in some rooting powder. And then the final guy, he's got some roots coming out on that. Okay. Okay, so we have all of these roots pieces to put in, but first, I guess let's do the rooting powder, right? So I already filled up some fresh water here with a new bottle. I use the Kevin Murphy bottles here. And I just like to open it up completely. All right, we'll take the leaf. Stick it in a little bit. I'm gonna put that straight in the water. Oops, get that off of there. And keep going. And let's see this experiment. Let's see if it works. I know other people do it and they have success with it. So I thought, you know what, let me try it and see if it helps. So I'll put these back on my shelf here. Okay, so we've got the plant here and we've got all these babies that we need to get in here. And I think I underestimated how many I would have. So let's see. See what we can do. I think the blessing is they're not like super crazy long. So I'm not as concerned, but this plant is gonna look super full now that we are repotting it in here. Let's try to get a couple like shorter ones here in this hole. And I'm gonna scoot that dirt back in. Okay. Let's go like right over here. So do you guys like to propagate your plants? Do you leave them in the water? Do you, you know, take care of them like you should? Put them away when they should be put away? I definitely should have done this probably a few weeks ago, but like I said, I just did not have the time. But now I am taking the time. So we are getting them in the pot. Go ahead, put some more soil down there. And what's great about this, having it just like keep going into the same pot, I'm not really using new soil. I'm really just working with what I have. And because I just did this the other day, like I said, the soil is still a little moist right on top. So it's moving around really easily, as you can see. Okay, we've got, let's see, 3 more. Okay, I'm gonna go like right in here. See what we find. Ooh, pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one a little bit closer to the edge of the pot here. That big leaf will go more in the middle, and so will this one. And these roots will really just kind of find their way. Pothos are so resilient. It is pretty amazing. When I first started getting into plants, I was really intimidated, right? So I did a little bit of research and I read, sorry, I shook you guys up. I did a little bit of research and I read that pothos, you know, was super easy. You know, you didn't need a ton of light. Of course, all plants need light. That is such a misconception. But they really thrive in all sorts of conditions that you give them. So I picked up a few pothoses and really like, you know, started a routine of care. And I think that was really important to me, was figuring out, yeah, how to care for the plants and getting on a plant care routine and taking care of them. And I just said the same thing 15 times, but you get the idea. So yeah, I really just love them. So they've really become some of my favorite plants because this is what kind of started my love. And I thought, oh my gosh, if I can do this, if I can take care of these plants, I can take care of other plants. That's what I taught myself, or that's what I thought to myself, which is proven to be true. I'm doing fairly well in my opinion, but you know, it's not like I have 100 plants or anything like that, but I feel like I've been able to really build up the confidence to be able to handle other plants because I really set like a routine and set core, you know, like a core routine right away. So yeah, I love it. I really loved how this turned out. I kind of like, oh, you guys cannot see that. I kind of like how it goes more horizontal like this. It's really fun. Yeah, it's super cool. Right? I love that. So I'm going to just give it actually a little bit of kiss of water. I know I did, like I said, add a little bit of moisture to it the other day, but just because I put in those new roots, I really just want to make sure everything feels stable. And I get so much light in here, so I'm not worried about this like being overwatered by any means. I'm also, I've also got it in a terracotta pot, as you can see, so I feel like that really does help absorb any excess moisture. Okay. I'm just gonna dump that out so we have a cleaner tray. And then here we have it. So I'm gonna take you off the stand really quick. So you guys can really see. I love, like I said, the horizontal effect it's giving. Instead of, you know, just all hanging from the one side. It's super fun. And then this is my terracotta pot it's been in. I love like the aged appearance you get from the terracottas. I know it's probably from my minerals in my water, but it's really beautiful. So I just kind of let it live and do its thing. But yeah, thanks for kind of watching along, watching me propagate, or I should say repot my propagations into this beautiful little plant here. So until next time, plant pals, let me know if you guys have any questions or if you want to, you know, see any videos. I'd love to make them for you. Thanks.